In the dead of the winter on a rural road in New Hampshire, a young woman crashes her car and vanishes. No trace, no goodbye, no signs of struggle, just gone. It's been over 20 years since Maura Murray disappeared, and still no one knows what happened that night in February 2004. Was she running from something? Was she hiding? Or did someone make sure she never left that cold mountain town alive? This is the Yore Town Podcast. Today's story is one that's been called the first true crime mystery of the internet age. This is the disappearance of Maura Murray into thin air. Have you heard of this one, Mike?
I have not.
It is not so cold here as it was in New Hampshire in February 2004. So we do apologize for the air condition running in the background. Turns out the studio is pretty hot this time of year. When you came in, Meg, it was over 100 degrees in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
What's it say behind you right there on that little thing? Can you see it?
96.
We are up to 96 degrees in here because when we pressed record, it was at 94. So either way, we're going to have that cranking in the background. We do apologize.
It might actually be 94.
Might actually be 90. Either way, it's hot. It's probably a little bit hotter because we turned all the lights and all the good stuff on. But either way, again, it's a little bit annoying in the background. We're sorry. We're poor. We got a little teeny tiny studio. And we just got home from an extremely long weekend. We're exhausted. And we said, you know what, we got to do some recordings, get the editing, get it posted for all you lovely Yore Townians. But we did some traveling, and it was decent. But not in New Hampshire, was it?
Nope.
Not at all. There was a lot of state sales tax that we paid on a lot of expensive things. But we had a good time. At least I hope you did. And happy belated anniversary to my lovely, beautiful wife, the Dun Dun Queen Meg.
Thanks, you too.
Oh, thank you. So we exchanged some presents and had some meals and sweated to 3 softball games in the 107 degree temperature in the Northeast. So we done did it.
I'm not used to it.
We are not used to it. But speaking of Northeast, want to jump into this, Meg?
Sure.
All right. This is something that I had not heard of, and it is starting to potentially gain some traction again. So I saw a little article in the news that was kind of spoon-fed to me in my algorithm, and I said, let's dig into this. But as always, the first thing we kind of do is like, who was the person involved in this? In this case, who was Maura Murray? Well, she was 21 years old, a nursing student at the University of Massachusetts at Amherst. Smart, athletic, she ran track in high school and even attended West Point before transferring to UMass. But behind the straight-A student and that whole straight-A student image, there was something else going on. She had just been in trouble for using a stolen credit card to buy food from a campus pizza joint. Not a felony, but it's definitely a red flag. Even more strange, Meg, just days before her disappearance, Maura crashed her father's brand new car while driving it late at night. People close to her said she seemed, well, off, distant, anxious. Something was clearly going on beneath the surface. What's going on beneath the surface, Meg? What do you think? I mean, obviously, so for anybody, maybe you're new here. Welcome, you're new here. But I do the research. I write up the stories and stuff like that. Meg comes into this pretty much blind. So the reactions that you're getting are 100% authentic and sprinkling her little, what did you call them that one time? Tidbits? Sprinkling some tidbits. Mm-hmm. So the tidbits are being sprinkled. So what do you think? What's going on?
Does she have a boyfriend?
You'll have to see.
So I feel like that has something to do with it.
That's my first instinct before doing research, and maybe you know the story, maybe you don't, was she met a dude. Not a great influence on the straight A. And that happens apparently with women. They just get with the wrong person and life drastically changes. And being a girl dad, I don't want that to happen. So you're going boyfriend? Something with a boyfriend?
Yeah.
It's always the boyfriend or the partner. That's the first one, right? All right.
Yeah.
Let's fast forward a little bit, if you're ready, Meg, to February 9th, 2004, the day she vanished. And I feel like we should walk through the timeline a little bit, all right? Morning, Meg, February 9th, 2004. What, a week after Puxacani Phil, or whatever the heck his name is, sees or didn't see a shadow. You think he saw a shadow in 2004?
No.
No, winter was still long, I bet. Maura sent emails to her professor saying there had been a death in the family and that, well, she'd be out for a few days. Guess what, Meg?
No death.
No death in the family. But it's even more weird. She packed up her dorm room, withdrew most of the money from her bank account, about $280. Here you go, Meg. She emailed her boyfriend, I love you more than anything.
I knew it.
Knew it. Oh, naturally. Oh, Meg's always blaming the boys. It's always the boys' fault. The girls never can just be girls and make bad decisions, huh?
I just feel like she was influenced on this from what I had been presented.
So at this point, do you think she emails the boyfriend to say, I love you more than anything? Like, hey, see you later. Hey, we're on a trip. Hey, this is going to cover the trail. I don't think anybody in 2004 is thinking cover themselves digitally at this point. It's still new internet. What's your thoughts of the email? Almost like a goodbye? Or
Yeah.
just a casual, like, hey, love you. Because a lot of them, she might not have had a cell phone. I mean, in 2004, they were still a new thing. There were still Nokias with, green screens and the snake game, right?
I think it's her taken off.
Yeah. Without him?
Yeah.
I think so, too. 3:15 p.m., she leaves campus in her black 1996 Saturn and hit the road. Her destination? Unknown. Shout out this, Meg. Ready here? Not shout out. Throwback. MapQuest directions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How many times did you have to print off some MapQuest
A lot.
on an old inkjet printer?
Yep. And then you get the wrong thing and you have to do it again.
And then the parents are pissed because you just wasted $36 in toner. But yeah, MapQuest directions to Breton Woods, New Hampshire. Breton? Is that how you'd say that?
Breton.
I don't know. I was trying to
Breton.
speak like a New Hampshirean.
Oh.
I don't know. Where later found in her car all of these directions. They were found in that 1996 black Saturn. What do you think you were driving in 2004, Meg?
2004?
Yep.
I still had my Corsica.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What color?
Baby blue.
Baby blue. You're my boy, baby blue. Around 7:25 p.m. in the small town of Haverhill, New Hampshire, a resident heard a loud thud. Maura had crashed her car into a snowbank on a dark rural road known as Route, or as Meg would say it, Route 112. A local school bus driver, Butch Atwood, that sounds like somebody from your hometown, stopped to check on her. He said Maura appeared shaken, but insisted she had already called AAA, but she hadn't. By the time police arrived just minutes later, she was gone. Meg, there was no footprints in the snow heading into the woods. The car was locked, and all of her stuff, like her favorite stuffed animal, and even the school books, were still inside. But Maura vanished.
Huh.
Nobody leaves behind Stuffy.
No.
Not willingly. Right?
No.
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 Happening.
Not happening. All right. Well, the initial police response, Meg, you'll never guess this. It sucked. It was less than stellar. They treated Maura as a possible runaway. Well, maybe with the information and a little bit of a past building, maybe, just runaway, right?
Mm-hmm.
No APB, no immediate grid search. Wasn't until days later that the seriousness of this case truly started to set in. And it's too bad because the last couple of cases we did, it was kind of the same thing. The first 24 to 48 hours is crucial. And at this point, especially in February with snow and everything else, any probably DNA, any evidence in rough shape, if even there anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
And again, this is our opinions. We are not in criminal justice. We are not in law enforcement. It's just our speculations and opinions. So, meanwhile, the family was in a frenzy, obviously. Her father, Fred Murray, he was vocal. He was relentless. He was accusing the police of covering up information he still believes they botched the investigation. Ugh. I don't disagree with Fred at this point.
No.
But this wasn't just a local mystery anymore, Meg. The internet age, it started to blossom. In this case, became one of, if not the first, digital obsession in the true crime community. Message boards, Reddit threads, podcasts, anything else that was out there at the time. These theories, they started to pile up like the snow that covered Route 112 that February night. What are you laughing at?
I like how you emphasize that and stare at me when you say it.
I love you.
Mm-hmm. Love you too.
Let's break down the 3 biggest theories. All right. Do you have any theories before? Or do you want to hear the 3 that I was able to come up with? What are your 3 theories?
I think she was leaving without the boyfriend. Boyfriend got the email, tracked her down.
Ooh, he was like,
picked her up off the side of the road.
Where's that map quest? Okay, that's a good theory.
That's my theory.
My other theory was tow truck guy. Initially. I was like, all right, he was there on scene, said he called AAA. Just
no,
took off.
She said she called AAA.
Sure, yeah, that's what I mean. She said, yeah. I don't know. I think he's involved.
I don't think so.
Or cops. Cops did something. All right. Number 1, she ran away to start a new life. Maura had clearly been stressed, legal trouble, academic issues, relationship drama. Did she just try to disappear on her own terms? That's a solid one, right? Seems a little unlikely. Why bring your textbooks? Why go to a remote mountain town if you're going to go start a new life and run away? And the most telling of all, she's never used her social security number, bank accounts, or phone again. Not one time. So I can't imagine just running away there, right?
No.
Theory number 2. She passed away in the woods that night. Some believe she fled the crash scene for whatever reason, got lost in the snow, and succumbed to the elements. But again, initially they reported there was no footprints. Cadaver dogs turned up nothing. That night was cold, but it wasn't life-threatening for someone walking less than a mile. No blood, no clothing, no body, no Maura. Right? Then, number 3, foul play. Which is ironic, because there was a lot of foul balls this weekend. This is where it could potentially get pretty dark, so viewer and listener discretion is advised. Some think that Maura may have accepted a ride from a stranger, and well, never made it out alive. Truckers, locals, even police officers have been eyed as suspects by those online sleuths. Say that with a lisp. Sleuth. One chilling rumor involves a nearby A-frame house that cadaver dogs allegedly hit on, and a blood-stained carpet that was conveniently destroyed before investigators followed up on it. No charges, no arrests, no actual body. Just whispers, just rumors, just threads, and one dad that doesn't want to let this case die off. So what do you think, Meg? We go to the future. Do you think they got answers? Do you think that there's a cold case or that gets solved because of technology?
I don't think they solve it. I think they take steps in the right direction.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, 2021, human bone fragments were actually found on Loon Mountain, just 25 miles from Maura's last known location. Forensic tests, guess what, Meg?
A match?
Not a match. Just another cruel hope that was followed by disappointment. The family, they've continued to fight for her answers. Her sister Julie, a former West Point cadet herself, has spoken at conferences, advocated for better missing persons laws, and even appeared in documentaries. I couldn't imagine this poor family dealing with this for so many decades and have nothing, no answers, clues, and just nothing. But we see this over and over and over. It's sad, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this case remains ice cold still. And after every year that passes by, people continue to leave flowers near the crash site on Route 112. A simple wooden cross marks the place where a promising young woman vanished without a trace. Maura's case has become more than a mystery. It's a mirror showing how little we sometimes really know about the people closest to us and how quickly someone can disappear, even in a somewhat modern world. If Maura's out there, I hope she found peace. And as always, if someone knows what happened to her, you've kept your secret for over 2 decades. Why don't you go ahead and spill the beans? Why don't you go ahead and help bring some closure to the family that's still out there? Because hopefully the road doesn't end there nor here, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I still think it's the boyfriend.
Yeah, it could be. He found that map quest. But I have to imagine, too, and I mean, we didn't include it. We could have included a whole bunch of boring details. Well, they interviewed this and nothing came from it. They interviewed this guy and nothing came from it. They have done some extensive things, but it gets to a point when you don't have evidence, you don't have a body.
Yeah.
It's really hard to start to connect things, and I know that it kind of got dropped, but it's just a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, just hopefully, they'll find some kind of fragment, some body, or maybe, just maybe, she's out there after 20 years just living a secluded life. Maybe she found a rich dude, and he said, I'll keep you hidden from the world. I think that would be too hard this day, right?
Me.
I don't know. You hope for the best, but it's tough in some of these tough cases. But either way, this has been the Yore Town Podcast. This is all I got. We're going to get out of this 100-degree studio.
Thanks.
And probably just go sweat somewhere else, right?
I'm melting.
All right. That's all we got. We'll be back next week. Appreciate you, Meg. Appreciate every person hanging out with us, listening to us, sweat it out for the last 17 minutes of the Yore Town Podcast. So we'll be back next week. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.